Okay, this is how you clean your trumpet. So you get your trumpet, your mouthpiece, out of your case. You take your mouthpiece. I have a towel laid down, right? Right. Take your mouthpiece, put it over there. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out your valves. Take this out. You're gonna unscrew this part. Unscrew this. Set this aside. This is valve number 1. Keep all of your valves for each thing together. And I know this is, I can't tell if this is some sort of like soft something. I don't know if that's gonna come out. That part, I'm gonna leave that part in because I fear if I take it out, it's not going back in. You're gonna take this thing, pad, question mark, I forget what it's called. Take this, put this to the side. I'm gonna put that next to your valve oil. And then you unscrew this. Take this right here. Also, dog, your trumpet's nasty. See, she needs a bath. You're gonna set that aside. You're gonna take your spring, set it with your pad. You're not supposed to wash that. And then this, you're good to just set this down with the rest of your stuff for valve 1. And then you're gonna do the same thing for your other 2 valves. Make sure that they are, put separately. Yeah. Okay, so the issue with this is this right here, this has gotten dirty and it's like stuck together and it's gross. I don't know when the last time someone washed your trumpet was, but it was a long time ago. Because this is really not, like I'm wiping this off on a white towel and it's green. Please, for the love of God, during concert season, I wash my trumpet about once every 2 or 3 months. Washing is very important. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take out all of your tuning valves. Take every single one of these bad boys out. Usually when you take these out, you're supposed to hold all your valves down, but since I take out my valves before I take these off, I just pull them out and they come out easy peasy. So now, okay, I'm looking back at this video while I'm like putting all the clips together. Those little those things on the bottom of your valves, take those out. I forgot about that and I didn't take them out until halfway through washing your trumpet. Make sure you take those out. Those should be taken out separately. Yeah. You have bare bones trumpet. All of your tuning valves sat down. You have taken the springs and the pads out of your valves. Your valves are separated by number. Don't mix the parts, please. Now I'm gonna take you over to my sink. I'm gonna show you how I fill up my sink. So, I plugged my sink. I lay down a towel, and then I do like warm water. Not cold, not hot, just regular warm water. I will come back when my sink is full. So I filled up my sink a decent bit with warm water, and you put the towel down to make sure your trumpet isn't getting scratched by like any hard surfaces. So what I usually do is I take a very small amount of Dawn dish soap. You really don't want to use scented soap, just like mix that around. But you really don't want to use scented soap because otherwise your trumpet will smell like soap forever and ever and ever, and you'll never get the smell out, and you're just gonna, it's not fun, okay? It becomes sickening at some point. So I'm gonna bring the trumpet over in all the little parts, and I'll show you how I arrange that in my sink. Okay, so trumpet is now fully submerged. And if you look over here, so I put the trumpet in diagonal, and then I have all of the slides right there. And then how I arrange the valves is 1, 2, 3. So that way I don't forget which is which. And if you do forget, just try and keep everything for the same valve together. And if you forget which is which, there are little number engravings on one of the sides. I think it's right here. There's an engraving that says 1. 2 doesn't ever have an engraving. And then 3. And that will always tell you this will go right here, this will go right here, this will go right here. And I usually let this sit for about an hour to 2 hours, or until the water is getting like pretty cold. And then I take it out and I will let it air dry. And then I noticed you have valve oil in your case, but you don't have slide oil. So when we go back to school tomorrow, I will show you how to put slide oil onto all of your slides. And if you take your trumpet home to wash it, I would recommend getting a bottle of the red slide oil, because you do need that. And don't ever put valve oil on your slides. These need to be very movable. These need to be movable, but not so movable they're falling out all the time, if you get what I mean. So I will come back in an hour or 2, and I will show you how I arrange this to let it dry. Also, I forgot, you do need to put your mouthpiece in there. So just plop your mouthpiece in there anywhere. You know where that goes. Surely. Yeah. Don't forget to wash your mouthpiece, because I almost forgot to wash your mouthpiece. Okay, I'll be back in a few hours. So what you're going to want to do before like fully taking your trumpet out of the water, take a wet washcloth and all of these tubes and things and where your valves go in, gently push your washcloth inside and just kind of rub around. Make sure you get kind of all the grime. And these parts where you've had some sort of icky buildup, just stick your fingernail inside your washcloth and kind of scrub around, because you don't want to keep that buildup. And these where you usually have your like slide grease and stuff, make sure you're cleaning those well, especially these, because these right here can get really nasty. And then you're going to want to, just like, not very far down, but stick it in the bell of your trumpet, just as much as you can. And then you're gonna take this over. Well, first you're gonna try and shake out a little bit of the water. Just kind of, don't hit it on your faucet though. You're gonna take this and you're gonna take it over to wherever you have your towel laid down. You're gonna set it there. Now you're gonna want to take all of your little slides and stuff and do the same thing. Like all of your little tuning slides, just very gently wipe them all off. Shake the water out of them. Especially this one, where you empty your spit. So I'm a little confused why this one of your slides doesn't also have a little spit emptier. It might just be because it's a different like manufacturer. But make sure you shake all the water out of these. I mean, obviously not gonna get all of it, but try and do your best. Usually set these up to dry is I lean a towel right here, so I have an angle of sorts, and I put them all at an angle, so that way gravity will just take the water and push it out. Now for your valves. Take your valves. Once again, you are just very gently, just like this, just stick your washcloth in there, snake it through a little. You can go like that, that's great. This bottom one is usually pretty difficult. Sorry, my dogs were barking. But just snake it through each and every one of these little holes in your valves. Make sure that doesn't come out. Give me a moment while I figure out how to get this back in. Okay, so in the scenario that you're washing it and this has come out, you're gonna take it and this part should be facing towards you. Not this side, but this side with the indent. You're gonna hold it. The number is gonna be facing away from you. Take it, slot it in, and then you're gonna turn it. You're gonna take it all the way up to the top and you're gonna turn it away from you until it's flat and that indented part is facing up. And that's how you're gonna get that back in if it falls out while you're cleaning it. And this is valve 1 that I have now cleaned. So I'm gonna take these parts and I'm gonna set them over on the towel. So this is how I've laid out the trumpet to dry. This is valve 1, this is valve 2, this is valve 3. I have my trumpet set up like this. When you set your trumpet down, always make sure that this is facing up, especially when you have this in, because if you face it downwards, it can get dented really easily, and this is probably one of your most important tuning slides, because if you dent this slide, everything will sound bad. I have a weird tuning issue with my trumpet because this one has a pretty nasty dent in it. And then I lay a soft dry towel up against right here, and then I very lightly set all of these on top of it, all at an angle so that way the water can come out. I have my pads and my springs set up over here, valve 1, valve 2, valve 3. I went ahead and took your valve oil out of the case, and that sits right there for later. Mouthpiece is set up like this, so that way it can all fall out, because also that's not going to stay up, so you got to set it like that. And I'll come back once this is all dry. Okay, so I have migrated to my bedroom. Your trumpet is now dry, so I will show you how to assemble. So you're going to take your slides, you're going to set them over here, and move this towel. You take your trumpet, yay. You're gonna take this valve, you're gonna put it in very carefully, just like that, yay. And yours has a fun little screw thingy, so that way yours doesn't like slide all over the place while you're playing. Lucky you. I don't get that luxury. You're gonna slide this one in, a little thumb holder. That one in, and then lastly, you're gonna shake that out, stick this in. Now, tomorrow, when we get to school, during class, I will grease all of these slides. But for the sake of easiness of transportation, I'm just gonna put them in ungreased, but keep some slide grease in your case. That's the word. And then you can just grease it right after you put, like, after it's dry and stuff. So you're gonna take this. This is valve number 1. You take your spring, you put it in there. Take this thingy, you screw it on. And you take your pad, you slide your pad on. Take this, and that's just gonna plop on. And then you take your key and put that on. Probably the first thing you should do before putting on your valves is screwing these back on. And I'm not 100% sure that it matters which one these go back onto, but I probably keep them on the ones that they go with. But then again, if you mix them up, I don't think it really matters. I think you'll be fine if you mess these up. This is about the only thing you're chill to mess up on. Besides like springs and pads, those aren't really specific to your valves. It's just easier to keep up with when you put them all together. So you have those in, you set it down like this, and then you hear a click. Clicks are good. Clicks are always a good thing. You want that click. You need that click when you put in your valve. I'm gonna put in your other valves and I'll be back. So both of your other 2 valves have been put in. And I already oiled them, which I forgot to show you. You can just flip them over, squeeze your oil in there. You have no more oil because after washing, you need to very heavily oil. Good as new. I would play for you because I already checked to see if it played, but my tone sounds really bad right now because I haven't touched it since last school year. But I'm gonna get off here, I'm gonna tune this, and then when tomorrow comes, we will grease these slides. Okay, that's how you clean your trumpet. Make sure you buy new valve oil because I used all of it. Because you have to use extra oil once you wash it. And then buy some red slide goop. You can ask Mr. Adams where to buy that, or ask him if he can order it for you. That's it.